Hey, it's Bud from Space City Props. I'm going to show you a trick I learned along the way. All of you people working with foam, I'm sure you've at some point made a bolt or screw head in your armor or prop. Personally, I was looking to do something more than just a Phillips or a flathead. Anybody that's done it knows that this is pretty much the general idea of what it comes out to be like. I wanted to do maybe like a hex head or even just like a square bolt head, and I learned that my freehand geometry not all that great. So I figured something out that has a better even result every time, and I figured I'd share it with you guys. Okay, so first off we're going to start with a large sanding drum with it slightly out so that you can get a good carve for your depth. And I'm going to make a couple starters real quick. Hold on. Okay, so now we have a bunch of circles, which are the beginnings of a bunch of bolts or screw heads. So now we gotta put a design in them. What I found is a old beat up pair of Torx head bits, and it's a 6-sided bit, but instead of having flat sides, it's a 6-tooth, I guess, type design, if you're unfamiliar with a Torx bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of vice grips, and I'm going to put it in here, hanging out the side like that. Put it down, and I'm going to take my heat gun and get a jump start on it. Okay, I did that because I didn't want to use as much fluid, but then I want to get it with a lighter, get it even hotter. Like this. And then we just press it straight down as close to the center as we can. Okay, you can see that it's there. I'm going to try it again, get it a little closer to the center, and maybe push it a little harder. And so, it should still be hot, so we're just going to hit it with the lighter again. Just a little bit more. Okay, so here's the second one. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but the sides kind of buckled in because it was pressed a little too hard. But you can see that they have the hex bit shape pressed in them. And once you paint it up and all that, you'll have something a little bit different than your standard flat or Phillips head bit. So we're going to try it one more time for good measure. Let's get the heat gun back out. Alright, give it one more shot. You don't want to press too hard, just enough to get the design imprinted. You don't want to push too hard and have the sides buckle over, like last time. Perfect. There, you can see in the third one, we have a very perfect design. It's actually almost centered too. So, if you want something a little bit different than a Phillips or a flathead design, such as these, then you might want to try using a Torx. That's T-O-R-X, Torx bit, heat it up, and press it into your phone. Okay, so now that you have the technique down, you might be thinking, there's a blowtorch in the garage. It'd be a lot faster. Can I just use the blowtorch instead? I wouldn't do it. If you have not worked with one, you might burn yourself, and that's gonna hurt really bad. So also you might damage the bit, and if it's not yours, like your parents, they might get mad at you. And more importantly than that, all the work you've put into your foam armor or foam weapon, if you get the bit too hot, you will burn and melt the plastic and possibly ruin it. And I would hate for you to ruin all that hard work by trying a technique you saw from me. So I would just stick with a lighter or a heat gun, just something to get it hot enough. It doesn't have to be red hot, glowing on the end. It just needs to be hot enough just to heat it up, and then you can get that right there. It may take a little bit of practice to get it centered freehand like that, but like anything, practice makes perfect. So if you guys try it and you like it, let me know. Send me a picture. I'm over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all three at Space City Props. Let me know how it works out for you.